Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions using only drugstore makeup. I recently just did a drugstore haul and I've been dying to try these out. So there were definitely quite a few surprises, good and bad. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe and let's get started. Okay, so I have tried this product before, but I haven't tried it in a while. I'm gonna be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one is in taupe, but I do have it in brunette as well. Taupe is probably good for me, but I like my brows to be a little bit darker, so I'm gonna go in with brunette instead. So I'm gonna push them up and then fill them in. So far, so good. Honestly, it's pretty good. I like this. So I went ahead and primed my eyes with the primer that I normally use just because I'm gonna be using a lot of different eyeshadows today and I don't want the primer to affect that. If I use a new primer and it ends up sucking, then it ruins the whole eyeshadow look, and then I don't know if it's the primer or the eyeshadows that aren't doing so well. So that's why I use the primer that I normally do. So far, these eyebrows, I'm loving this pencil. I think that it is definitely a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. I actually think that I can say that I like this more than the Brow Wiz pencil because the Brow Wiz is a little bit more waxy and the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit is a little bit more creamy, and this is definitely more creamy, just like the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. Loving this, and as soon as I'm done with that Benefit one, I'm probably just gonna keep repurchasing this because it's cheaper, so yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go into this Makeup Revolution palette. It looks like this. I'm looking here on the back. It has a lot of horrible ingredients in it, like mineral oil. And it says, caution, discontinue if rash, redness, or itching occurs. Well, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't really like that they're honestly like mimicking the Kat Von D palette, the Shade and Light palette, because this is called the Light and Shade palette. And it's set up the same. It's like even the name they're copying. So that kind of rubs me the wrong way, but we're gonna go in and see how this works anyway. I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into this shade and this shade and mix them together. Okay, so I'm gonna buff these into the crease. Okay, it's getting a lot of like product all over the place. Like it's picking up, so that's kind of annoying right off the bat. It's not really pigmented. I'm gonna go into something a little bit more precise, and I'm gonna pick up this like reddish color here, and I'm gonna focus that more so in the crease, like really deep in the crease. Oh, that's a pretty color. That's going on pigmented. That first eyeshadow that I put on, it was just kind of like dusting all over the place. But this is actually a lot better, which is surprising because it's a deeper shade. I'm gonna pick up this shade here from the palette and I'm gonna use that to try to blend this out a little bit, and it's also gonna deepen it up just a little bit, make it a little bit more ashy. That looks nice. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking what's going on here. They're working. I'm gonna switch into something different now though, because I wanna try a couple of other eyeshadow products from the drugstore that I have here. This looked so cool. This is the Rimmel Magnifies, like Magnificent Eyes. This just looks really pretty. It's got like this lighter bronzy color and then a deeper bronzy color. So I thought this would be a cool base for what I wanna do on the eyes. And then on top of it, I want to top it with this Physicians Formula palette. That is what we will be using on top of it. So first gonna go in to this from Rimmel and I'm gonna put it on the lid. I'm gonna use this side here and I'm gonna actually kind of like try to cut the crease here. I wish this was just a little bit creamier because it is kind of hard to apply. If it were creamier, it'd be easier to put on my eye, but it's still working. It's just my initial thoughts. And I'm gonna switch over to this side, which is more rounded, and do the outer lid. And now before that dries, I'm gonna go into this palette here, this one, this color here on my finger, and I'm gonna push it on top of that front shade. And then I think I'm gonna mix these two colors together here and see what that would look like on the outer corner. Definitely had a lot of fallout, but I'm gonna go in with my brush really quick and kind of just fix what went up too high in the crease. Already, I'm really not liking this Physicians Formula palette. It's just going up in my crease like crazy. It's not sticking to the base at all. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm gonna grab a really fine brush, and I'm just gonna place that right in the crease. And then I'm gonna top over that with the NYX Glitter in Gold. So since those Physicians Formula eyeshadows really sucked, I'm just going to go over this with some concealer and clean up the glitter that I put in the crease so that that's more like crisp and clean, and then I'll go over it with a different eyeshadow instead. Okay, so now to set that, I'm just gonna go back into this Makeup Revolution palette and I'm gonna grab this like yellowish white shade. I'm just gonna put that over top of the concealer. So now I'm gonna use this eyeliner from Maybelline. It's the Lasting Drama by Eye Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. I'm finding this eyeliner to be a little tricky to work with. It is a thicker formula than the Inglot gel liner, which is what I'm used to. And I am very, very picky when it comes to gel liner. So if you aren't as picky as I am, you probably would like this. It is a decent product, but I love Inglot gel liner so much, and this is not going to replace it. It's just really tricky to work with. I feel like it's also not that black. I had to go over it a few times because once it dried down, it kind of dried down to more of like a charcoal color, not as black as what I'm used to. So that's just my thoughts on it. And Inglot gel liner isn't too much more expensive than this. I know Inglot gel liner I think is like 12 bucks. I don't remember how much this is. I think it's around 8, I think. All right, I'm gonna grab the Rimmel ScandalEyes Volume Lash Mascara. I didn't go and replenish a L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara just because I already know that I love that. And this was sent to me from Rimmel, so I thought I would try it out. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Not a fan of the mascara. It didn't give them any volume or like fullness or anything, so just not a huge fan of the mascara. Now I'm going to apply these lashes from Vegas Nay and Eylure. They're in the style Shining Star. Okay, I'm just quickly going to prime my skin with a primer that I know that I love. This is the Smashbox primer because I want to see how the foundations that I use really react with my face. So I want to use a primer that I know that I really like. And if I use a new primer, same with the eyes, then that can really affect the foundation. So I'm going to be using 2 different foundations today. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation on one side. This is more of an illuminating foundation. Then I also have the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and this I'm pretty sure is more of a like matte foundation. I do have 2 shades in the Wet n Wild one, so I'm going to start with that side first. I'm going to do that on this side since I've got some breakouts on this side, and then do the LA Girl on this side. I'm gonna go in with Nude Ivory from Wet n Wild. I've had some people tell me that this oxidizes a lot. Ooh, it's got like a paddle here. Interesting. I'm just gonna set this down and apply it this way. I also have a new tool to use. This is the Real Techniques sponge. So I've never tried this before. We'll try it today. I think I'm just gonna use this, I don't know. I'm gonna use the flat side and try to blend this in. I do not like this sponge right off the bat. Like, ooh, no. It is like, I feel like I'm hitting my face with a paddle. And it's just like picking up all the product. I'm gonna grab some of the cream beige color. Oh my gosh, that's so dark. They didn't have like my right shade, so. Okay, I'm hating this sponge, oh my gosh. Let's try it on like maybe this side of it and see if that changes things. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, this side of the sponge is nice. But that flat side was horrible. Okay, this sponge, I mean, it's decent, but like I feel like I'm having to work with it a lot more than the Beauty Blender, and it's picking up so much of my product. I really don't understand why people are raving so much about this sponge. I don't get the hype. I'm just gonna go wet my Beauty Blender and then finish off the makeup look with that because this is just, don't like it. Don't like it. I do really like this foundation. It is definitely full coverage and it dries very, very matte. It does oxidize, I can tell already. All right, so on this side of my face, let me unwrap this. That's one thing I don't like about drugstore products is everything is wrapped in like plastic packaging. And it's so annoying. So I'm gonna be going in with the LA Girl HD foundation on this side. I'm in the shade, well, I got the shade Porcelain. I don't know if it's my right shade. It has a pump, which makes me happy. It is pretty yellow. Okay, I just put a penis on my face. Definitely more radiant than this side. This does match me pretty well. I'm surprisingly liking this LA Girl foundation a little bit more than the Wet n Wild, just because I feel like the Wet n Wild one is just a little bit cakey looking. It's also looking a little splotchy too, like it didn't blend in very well, but that could be because of this blender. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it how it is and see kind of how they both last throughout the day. I do have like two completely different sides to my face, but I'm gonna try to balance that out with concealer and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm in the shade Light. So now we twist this up and bring this under the eyes. Cover up any blemishes, which, whew, it's a little brightening, so I'm gonna start highlighting with this as well. It's gonna help kind of balance out the face too, because this side was a lot darker. Okay, that blended in really, really nicely. I like that. That is nice. That seriously looks so much like the Urban Decay concealer, like the finish and the coverage and the color too. It looks so much like the Urban Decay concealer. I like it. I like it a lot. Now I want a cream contour. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast. And I'm gonna bring this, ooh, this is deep. Bring that here. Start buffing this in. I think that's really nice. I liked that. It's not the easiest to blend out, but I mean, it's not bad either. Oh boy, too much. Whoops. So a little goes a long way. Don't do what I did. Hey, at least it was on this side, not the other side, so I can try to balance out the color because the other foundation was too dark. All right, so far I like that Pro Concealer for cream contouring. Now that I know that I don't need that much product. I'm gonna set my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I have tried this before and I do like it. I'm just gonna set the face with this. This is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, but I realized that I got the light bronzer. I wish that I got the original, but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and try this out, give it a whirl, see how it goes. I'm gonna apply it with my Real Techniques. Ooh, it smells like coconuts. Yes. Kind of just bringing this all over. This isn't as deep as I'd want it to be, but I bet if I had the original, it'd be good. It smells so good. This smells so much like that Marc Jacobs bronzer that they just came out with. The Tantastic one in the white packaging. It doesn't look the same, but it smells the same. It smells good. I like this bronzer. Very, very good. Because it wasn't as deep as I wanted, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the Rimmel Natural bronzer. I haven't used this yet. Let me take the packaging off. There we go. It's a little bit more the color that I'm wanting, just to give me more of that sun-kissed look. So I want to use this L'Oreal blush palette in number 230. It looks like this. So I'm going to pick up this shade here and pop that on the cheeks. Good pigmentation. It's decent. It's not blending the best. I'm going to go into the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick in the color Radiant. It looks exactly like the Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks. All right, I'm going to just go right like here on the top two shades. Actually pretty nice. I would honestly compare this to a high-end highlighter. That was actually really nice. That, I mean, you can probably see it on camera. Look at it. It's like super highlighty. That is the best highlighter I've ever tried from the drugstore. That's really good. I'm so shocked. It went on, not as wet looking as Heat Wave, but it went on really good. Moving back to the under eye, I kind of actually want to try this brush that came in the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette, this one here. So I'm gonna use the tinier side and grab that like more like reddish shade. And I'm gonna bring this right underneath the eye. I'm gonna grab this cooler toned brown here and then mix it a little bit with this shade here and go in on the fluffier side of the brush and try to blend this out. It's like a decent brush too, what the heck? I don't know how this would work on your eyelid, but I mean, it's working for this bottom lash line. So I love Rimmel's pencil eyeliners. Their Nude ScandalEyes eyeliner is like my favorite nude liner in the world. So I'm gonna try their gel eyeliner pencil in the color Little Black Smoky. Okay, that's not going on pigmented at all. So instead, I'm just gonna go into the nude ScandalEyes eyeliner. So I would definitely recommend the ScandalEyes eyeliner line from Rimmel. I was just not a fan of the Exaggerate pencils. Okay, I'm gonna try this mascara on the bottom lashes and see if it's different, just because I feel like my bottom lashes aren't as like picky as the top ones, you know? For the lips, I'm just gonna go in and line them with Nude Suede Shoes from NYX, just to give me an outline and like just a guideline for where I'm gonna put the lipstick. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with this lipstick from Maybelline. This is in the color Honey Pink. It's one of their matte lipsticks. It goes a little bit more coral on me, at least on my hand, so we'll see what this looks like on my face. I like that color. That's so springy. I like that a lot. Alrighty, last but not least, I'm just gonna set my face using the LA Girl Pro Setting HD spray. Ooh. That smells like beer. It smells very like summery. I don't really like beer, but I like the smell of beer. All right, guys, that is everything for this video. I'm so obsessed with this highlighter, the butter bronzer, the lipstick, the concealer, the brow pencil. Like, there were so many things in here that were so good, but the thing that I was most disappointed in was just this Real Technique sponge and then the Physicians Formula palette. Everything else is pretty all right. But yeah, let me know what else I need to try from the drugstore. What are your current favorites from the drugstore? And let me know what other videos you want to see as well. Please subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.